I remember the morning I lost my arm. I was going for a walk in the park, like I always did in those days, when out of the corner of my eye I saw a flash of red. When I turned to look, there was nothing. That almost looked like a snail? But who's ever heard of a red snail, I thought. After looking around, I still didn't see anything, so I decided I must have imagined it and continued on my walk. About a minute later, I saw it again, just a flash out of the corner of my other eye. A red snail! But when I looked, there was nothing. I rubbed my eyes and kept walking. After another minute, I glanced down, and there it was on the path in front of me. The shell was bright red, and the flesh a deep blush pink. It was as long as my thumb, and it looked up, waving its eye stalks curiously at me. "Aww," I knelt down, reaching toward it with one hand. "You're so cute!" And then the thing opened a mouth wider than its entire body and full of blood-red, needle-sharp teeth. I gasped, jerking back, but not before it leapt and caught the tip of my index finger in its teeth. The pain was incredible, shooting up my arm. I screamed, falling on my butt, flailing my arm, trying to dislodge the snail that had already eaten its way past my fingernail. I kept screaming through the blinding pain. I slammed the snail against a rock as hard as I could. Something visceral told me that trying to grab it with my other hand would be a terrible idea. I slammed it against the rock again, and though it seemed not to affect the snail at all, the pain was too much, and I blacked out. I woke up in the back of an ambulance. I woke up? I thought, against the warm fuzz of pain medication. I blinked and turned to look at the EMT beside me, who was focused on something at my side. Wha... I swallowed hard and tried again. What happened? She met my eyes, and her intense expression softened into a smile. You survived a snaguar attack. Not many do. Another park-goer called 911 and happened to have a baseball bat with him and hit the snaguar until it latched onto the bat and hurled it into the pond. Drowning is one of the few things that can hurt a snaguar. You were lucky to be alive. Hold on to that, okay? My hand? Her expression fell. I'm afraid snaguars have aggressive bacteria in their saliva to help subdue their prey. We had to do an emergency amputation to keep it from spreading and stopping your heart. My arm? The last words squeaked as the horror leaked through my warm buzz. I tried to move, but the EMT placed a hand on my shoulder, holding me still. Compared to your life, it's just an arm. It'll be fine. We were able to amputate below the elbow, and that's not nothing. It was too much, and I felt myself fading again. I did not enjoy the park today, I told her seriously. I think I hate parks.